Rajni invested 15,000 at simple interest for 2 years at a rate of R% and gets an interest of 2100. He invested total amount principal plus interest in a scheme which offered compound interest at a rate of R% plus X% for 2 years. What are the possible integral values of X% so that obtained compound interest is less than 3000? Okay, so first let's see. Rajni invested 15,000. Okay, he invested 15,000 at simple interest for 2 years at a rate of R%. Okay, and gets a simple interest of 2100. So he gets a simple interest of 2100. So from this information we can calculate the rate of interest. So let's see. The formula for simple interest is what? P and R by 100. So principal is 15,000 into n is 2 into r over 100, and this is equals to 2100. So let's cancel 0 0 0 0 gets cancelled, and 5 3s are, and 5 4s are, 5 2s are, 3 1s are, 3 1s are, 1 3 4s are, 12. So we get r as 2 1s are, 2 7s are, so we get r as 7%. So let's see what the question tells us now. He invested total amount principal plus interest in a new scheme. Okay, so now new principal will be what? New P will be, he invested total amount principal plus interest in a scheme. So principal is what? Principal is 15,000 plus interest was 2100. So his new P is 17,100. Okay, now he invested this 17,100 which offered in a new scheme which offered him compound interest at a rate of R plus X%. So R is what? R plus X%. Okay, and this R is what? This R is, we just calculated, it is 7%. So the rate of interest at which he invested in compound interest is 7 plus X% at a rate of 7 plus X% for 2 years. Okay, for 2 years. What are the possible integral values of X% so that the obtained compound interest is less than 3000? Now the question is asking us to find out the value of such value of X which will give me the compound interest that is less than 3000. Okay, so now what we will do here is that use the formula for cumulative percentage. Okay, cumulative percentage, and the formula for that is x plus y plus xy over 100. This is the formula for calculating cumulative percentage, and if you are not aware about this formula, go on YouTube, search for cumulative percentage, watch some videos, and you will get an idea about how this formula works. Okay, so now let's go by the options. Okay, so let's first take 1%. Okay, option 1, R, let's take the value of X as 1%. So R is what? 7 plus X is 1, which is 8%. Now the time period is of 2 years, so that means he gets 8% for first year, and in second year also gets 8%. So let's take this as X and another 8 as Y. So let's substitute this value in this formula. We get 8 plus 8 plus 8 is a 64 over 100. So we get 8 plus 8 16, 100, we get a point decimal here, and we get 16.64. okay, so the total interest is 16.64. so 16.64% of what? Of principal, which is 17,100. 0 0 0 0 gets cancelled, and we can clearly see that this value comes out to be less than 3000, and this is what we needed, compound interest which will give me the value less than 300, and this gives us value less than 3000. Okay, 3000. So option 1, 1% satisfies. Now let's calculate for option 2. Okay, let me clear this first. Okay, now let's calculate. Let's take the value of X as 2%. So we get R, which is equals to 7 plus 2, which is equals to 9%. So we get 9% in first year and another 9% second year. So this is, let's take this as X and this as Y. Let's substitute these values in the formula. We get 9 plus 9 plus 9 9s are 81 over 100. 2 zeros get cancelled and decimal point is added. So we get 9 plus 9, 18, 18.81. 18.81%. So the total percent value, so the total percent interest is 18.81% of what? Of principal, which is 17,100. And I have already calculated this value. This comes out to be greater than 3,000. But we needed the value of compound interest which was less than 3,000, and this is greater than 3,000. So that means option 2, 2% does not satisfy. Now if this 2% does not satisfy, that means any value that is greater than 2% will not satisfy. That means 3, 4 and 5 will also not satisfy. So only option 1, 1% will satisfy. So here option A, only 1 is the correct option. This is how you solve this problem.